Dear students, in the previous class, we had been discussing 3 questions written by Leo Tolstoy. Now, what is the story about? A certain Tsar had once thought of 3 questions. 3 questions had come to his mind. What were the 3 questions? The first question was, what the most important time is? The second question was, who the most important people were? And the third question that came through his mind was, what the most important thing to do was. Now, he proclaimed throughout the kingdom, or he had it officially announced throughout the kingdom, that whoever gave right answers to his questions would be given a handsome reward. Naturally, learned men came to him and they gave different answers to different questions. Naturally, the Tsar was not satisfied and he did not give the reward to anyone. Later, he decided to consult a hermit, an ascetic, who lived in a wood, but he never left the wood. And the hermit never received the elite or the rich and the powerful. The hermit received only the common folk. So the Tsar went to meet the hermit in disguise. He took off his kingly robes, he put on simple dress, and he dismounted from his horse, bade his bodyguard not to accompany him, and trudged along the forest on foot to meet the Tsar, to meet the hermit. When the Tsar approached the hermit, what was the hermit doing? The hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. And when the Tsar asked him the 3 questions, he did not answer anything. When the Tsar repeated his questions, he just spat on his hand and went on digging. The Tsar found that the hermit was very thin and weak, and while he was digging the ground, he was panting. That means he was out of breath. He had been suffering from some respiratory problems. So the Tsar took pity on the hermit and offered to help him. He requested the hermit to give him the spade and let him do the digging for some time. The hermit agreed to the Tsar's proposal, and the Tsar started digging the ground while the hermit sat on the ground resting. And we are starting from that point. When he had dug 2 beds, the Tsar stopped and repeated his questions. The Tsar had been going on digging. He dug 1 bed. Here bed means a hole in the ground. After he had dug 2 holes, the Tsar stopped and repeated his questions. Remember that how many times the Tsar had repeated it. The Tsar repeated his questions. The hermit again gave no answer but rose, stretched out his hand for the spade and said, "Now rest a while and let me work a bit." Again the hermit gave no answer to the questions of the Tsar. The hermit rose. Here rose is the past form of rise. To rise means to get up. The hermit got up, stretched out his hand, that means he extended his hand for the spade, and suggested that now the Tsar should take rest a while. A while means for some time. And he also suggested that now he should dig the ground. But the Tsar did not give him the spade and continued to dig. The Tsar did not agree to the hermit's suggestion because he found that the hermit was exhausted, tired, and he himself continued digging. 1 hour passed and another. 2 hours passed. The sun began to sink behind the trees. Here sink means to set. The sun was about to set. The Tsar had come to the hermit in the morning. He had worked throughout the day. He had dug the ground, and now the sun was setting behind the trees. And the Tsar at last stuck the spade into the ground. Here the word stuck is the past form of stick. To stick means to let something enter the ground. He allowed the spade to enter the ground and said, I came to you, wise man, for an answer to my questions. If you can give me none, tell me, so I will return home. The Tsar was a bit disappointed. He was in despair. Why was the Tsar disappointed? Tini hotash ken? Because the Tsar had thought that the wise man would give answers to his questions. The whole day had passed, but he had not received any answer. So, the Tsar repeated his request and also told the hermit that if he could not give answers to his questions, he should tell him, and in that case he might return home. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. Let us see who it is. Instead of answering to the Tsar's questions, the hermit drew the Tsar's attention to something else. What did the hermit draw the Tsar's attention to? The hermit drew the Tsar's attention to a man who was coming running through the forest. And the hermit suggested that they should first find out who was coming running. The Tsar turned round and saw a bearded man come running out of the wood. Beard means the hairy growth on the face of a male, Dari. This man had a beard and he came running out of the wood. The man held his hands pressed against his stomach and blood was flowing from under them. The man was grievously wounded, terribly injured, and he was bleeding profusely. The word bleed, that means blood was coming out. He was bleeding profusely, that means a lot of blood was coming from his stomach. He was trying desperately to stop the flow of the blood by putting his hand onto the stomach, but still blood was flowing from under his hands. That means he was bleeding profusely. When he reached the Tsar, he fell fainting on the ground. Faint means to lose consciousness, organ hayava. The wounded man fell on the ground unconscious, moaning feebly. To moan, that means to let out pitiable cries. Korun bhabe chitkar kara. The man was crying out in a pitiable manner, and that moaning was also feeble. Feeble means weak. That means the man did not have much energy or strength left. The Tsar and the hermit unfastened the man's clothing. To unfasten means to remove. They removed the man's clothing to find out the nature of the wound. There was a large wound in his stomach, and they found that the wound was in his stomach. There was a gaping wound in his stomach. Gaping wound, a large wound. The Tsar washed it as best as he could and bandaged it with his handkerchief. The Tsar began to attend on the wounded man. He washed the wound with water. He bandaged it. He did not have a gauze. What did he bandage it with? He bandaged it with his handkerchief and with a towel the hermit had. When the blood did not stop flowing, the Tsar requested the hermit to give him his towel, and with the towel he bandaged the wound. But the blood would not stop. Even after bandaging the wounds, the Tsar could not stop the bleeding. The blood was still coming out. The blood would not stop flowing, and the Tsar again and again removed the bandage soaked with warm blood. Soaked means completely wet. The bandage, that means the handkerchief and the towel, were completely wet. He washed and re-bandaged the wound, but the Tsar did not give up. He washed the wound again with water. He re-bandaged it, that means he bandaged it again. When at last the blood ceased flowing, cease means to stop, finally the blood stopped flowing. The man revived. To revive means to get back his consciousness, Gyan Phire Pawa, and asked for something to drink. The question may be asked, what did the wounded man ask for when he regained his consciousness? After regaining his consciousness, the wounded man asked for something to drink. The Tsar brought fresh water and gave it to him. The Tsar offered him fresh water. Meanwhile, the sun had set and it had become cool. When the Tsar and the hermit were busy attending on the wounded man, The afternoon has passed on to evening, and now the atmosphere, the ambience was cool because the scorching heat of the sun was not there anymore. So the Tsar with the hermit son carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. Inside the cottage there was only one bed for the hermit. The Tsar and the wounded man laid the wounded man on that bed. Lying on the bed, the man closed his eyes and was quiet. The man was exhausted after the loss of so much blood. The man had lost all his energy. He could not keep his eyes open. He closed his eyes and he was quiet. That means he remained silent. But the Tsar was so tired with his walk and with the work he had done. The Tsar also was exhausted. Why was the Tsar exhausted? Because the Tsar was not accustomed to such hard work. What is meant by the term accustomed? The word accustomed means used to, obhostu. He was not accustomed to digging ground. He was not accustomed to attending on a wounded man. Naturally, the day's hard work, and he had also walked, he had also travelled on foot to the hermit's cottage. He was also not used to it. So he had become exhausted. That he crouched down on the threshold. What is meant by the term threshold? The word threshold actually means a wooden barrier in front of a door. You will find it in old houses. In old houses, you will find that before you enter a room, at the door, at the base of the door, there is a wooden structure that is called threshold. In Bengali, it is called chowkat. I don't know whether in biology you have read renal threshold value. The word renal comes from the word kidney. Now, what is the function of the kidney? The kidney is the excretory organ, and the kidney, what does it do? It drives out the waste products from the body. Now, kidney also excretes glucose from the body, but if the level of glucose increases, ultimately glucose is found in a large amount in the blood. So up to 179 milligram of 100 milliliter of blood, the kidney can excrete it. But after that, sugar can be found in urine. That is why the renal threshold value of sugar is 180 milligram per blood. So that is the threshold. After that, sugar will be found in urine. So threshold. He crouched down on the threshold. What is meant by the term crouch? To crouch means to take the hands and the feet towards the body. Guti shuti hoye thaka. He crouched down on the threshold because there was nothing to lie upon. So the Tsar crouched down on the threshold and also fell asleep so soundly that he slept all through the short summer night. And the Tsar had a sound sleep owing to his exhaustion, the great exhaustion, the great tiredness because of the day's hard work. The Tsar slept soundly. When he awoke in the morning, it was long before he could remember where he was or who was the strange bearded man lying on the bed and gazing intently at him with shining eyes. When the Tsar got up in the morning, he was in a trance. Trance means a condition when our mental faculties do not work perfectly. This is in Bengali called ghor. He was in a trance because he had slept for such a long time. So at first he could not remember where he was. He was very much surprised to find that he was lying on the threshold, and then he found that the bearded man was gazing intently at him. What is meant by the term gaze? To gaze means to stare, to look at something fixedly. The man was gazing intently at him with shining eyes. "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice when he saw that the Tsar was awake and was looking at him. The bearded man asked for the Tsar's forgiveness. Khama prarthana koreche. Now, the Tsar was surprised. Why the bearded man was asking for forgiveness? Because the bearded man was a stranger to him. He had seen him for the first time in his life. Never before in his life he had seen the bearded man. "I do not know you and have nothing to forgive you for," said the Tsar. The Tsar, the surprised or the astonished Tsar, told the man, bearded man, that he did not know him, and he also had nothing to forgive him for, because he could not remember how this bearded man had done any harm to him. So the Tsar answered that he did not know him and he did not know why he should forgive him. We are reading up to this point. I will send you questions. You will try to solve the answers. So today's class comes to an end. Thank you.